Well, there was that one about the bones. I mean, the stick, necessarily speaking. The dot. It's hard to throw a dot for like roll because it's a ball. So how do you know that it's always going to be zero from whatever way you're coming at it from a distance that you have to pass it through the keyhole like Apophis? And so you're going to get a bunch of dot plots on what it is in this squared circle problem, because we're going to get into a square coin or a round coin later. It's still got the 50-50 probability, but if this was a stick and you had to range that difference because you put it straight on and it's at distance, so but you don't know the powder load, right? Because the difference in tubes, pipe dream here actually has some range on it that was actually this. And we started with the little one first. It was powder grain in itself. Anything that's inside of there is also up here in some basic first order of the pipe dream, how that does math, multiply, divide, what have you. But at distance, and the powder, and at distance, and the barrel, and the known powder loads to what does rifling would make it spin accordingly, but even if it didn't, it would be chiral here, so it would be chiral according to these rules. So that pipe dream we're talking about, as far as throwing a stick, has a lodestone, right? If I paint one end of it a color and the other end's this, and we both agree as monkeys the closest one it points to has the 50-50, right? There's the line, there's the 50-50. We can agree to throw it again at least, because there's 180 degrees before we get into the I think it's like 120 or something like that, because 360 be 120 unless it's 180 on a triangle, which is more like 70, 140, 120, 40. So at any rate, it's like 50 or 60 or 70, 80 or something. I don't remember. It might be 90. I mean, like 90, 91. No, can't be 90. Any rate, throwing the stick, you're going to get this score. We know the chiral score in the ring because R is subject to there's an outlier in the anthropic principle, here's an outlier, because you've managed to get whatever version of Fermilab you did down to put this two shoulder, pull trigger, and there's those pipes between what happens at the bracketed bar. So inside there, A, B, A, little a, the smoke can't happen unless that happens. So pulling another monkey tribe out, letting the smoke out here in the hillside. So the laser beam is the arcing model of what it is. Can do that. And if score there, because then the thing that the 50-50 doesn't do, the triangle, you start circle coin, square coin, then to the triangle coin, because I can make a pyramid dice. A pyramid dice works. Then you get from 4 sides to 6 sides, because the only thing that naturally comes next, and it's not like you're going to get a pentagon, takes 12 sides, I do believe, to make the whole dice work. An octagon, which I'm not sure what the pentagon is 12, octagon or hexagon is 16. So there you go. You got 4, 6, 12, 16. As far as a weird number metrics in a Hilbert space that says that difference inside of there, that little bit of mathematician-y stuff that's like between here to here, there's some puff smoke, some homogenization, but hydrogen is hydrogen, helium is helium, and OG is OG on the periodic table. The rest of this transition metal stuff we want to turn into an integral on a log, because then I need encorded carotid gold, or it's okay to conduct electricity at that level of purity against aluminum and silver because it's not messing up my windage in any way, where I keep it inside of here where there might be some subtle difference that tells me the score out of a group of people, given the brick team the data, the puff of smoke that says the result, or some way that we can game engine that out on what is. really gets you into some Star Wars stuff. And Nemesis being gravity, pulling something off, is like there's, you make every calculation into it, and